Good morning, good morning. I've been asked to talk to you this morning about clearing limiting beliefs and programming. And what I wanted to talk to you about this is unless we start to clear some of our limiting beliefs and programming, we are going to keep repeating them on a cycle. So it's a bit like putting your washing machine on with nothing in it, in that you keep stepping into the cycle and reliving the emotions and the energy of the situation or an event that has happened in the past or in past lives. It's another story. Um, Unless you look at that belief and that programming and work on releasing it, so do the inner work to release it, then you're going to keep stepping into that kind of empty cycle. So they might feel as though there's no substance to it, you don't know where it comes from, but it happens when you're in a particular situation, a particular type of interaction with people, maybe where you feel like you've been confronted, or you something just makes you feel anxious and you don't really know what it is. Something makes you feel stressed and you don't know what it is. So all of these things that are coming up from your kind of subconscious and replaying out. Now the thing is that we go around on a day-to-day basis with so much stuff in our heads, and also operating from our heads rather than our hearts, that it's very difficult to get to the reason why that thing actually happens. And so what I'm asking you to do, what I've been asked to tell you today, is that you need to start doing the inner work. And you need to start doing the inner work because there will be limiting beliefs and programming which is preventing you from fully stepping out and shining your light and your unique gifts and talents into the world for the people that need you right now. And to do that, you need to be able to clear all of the stuff that is going on a day-to-day basis, because we are just overloaded with information and overwhelmed at the moment. So you need to start clearing some of that stuff out so that you can hear what is happening. Because after quite a while kind of practicing this, I've found it that now if something comes up, I know straight away what it is and I can get rid of it. But unless you're giving yourself the space and you're giving your mind the space to look at those things and hear them, so it to the point where you will be able to hear what it is that you actually believe and your programming, and straight away you'll think, well, I don't really want that, and you can ask for it to be released. It's just going to get covered up by all the other stuff that's going on. So you don't know what the root of your anxiety is. You don't know what the root of your stress is. You just know that now you are, you are an anxious person or you're stressed all the time, but you don't know what the cause is. You don't know if it's the thing that happened this morning when you had someone bumped into you in the supermarket, or you don't know if it was 10 years ago when you ended a relationship. So unless you can look at what it actually is and find the root cause of it, then you're going to be, to say, stuck in this empty cycle of just repeating it. And at the moment we're in a period called Mercury retrograde, which is until the 3rd of February, and this is a perfect time to look at some of those things. And actually you may have felt the desire at the moment to reset, reflect, review, and that's exactly what this period of Mercury retrograde is for. It also, in some people's eyes and views, is a period of kind of chaos, where it causes chaos to travel arrangements, communication, technology. But if you don't buy into those parts of it, you can see it as a gift to be which highlights to you things that you need to work on, things that you need to start looking at, things that are no longer serving you and are certainly not going to serve the path ahead and the path that you now choose to take. And so I can hear the kind of collective sigh of I haven't got time. I haven't got time to reflect. I haven't got time to do inner work. The thing is, if you don't start to do this, you're going to end up in the same places. You're going to end up feeling the same limitations. And so it's worth noting that you're not going to be thrown all of your limitations in one go. So you're not suddenly going to be given a whole bunch of things that you need to release and have to go through loads of upheaval. Yes, it can be painful. Yes, it can be uncomfortable. But the whole idea is to be able to face those uncomfortable feelings and emotions and events to be able to clear them permanently. Because you will never be given anything at any one time that you cannot handle. So that's worth bearing in mind if you start to look at some of these things. The whole point is that your ego would love it if you just held on to all of these things forever to keep you safe, but the universe has a different plan for you, and your soul has a different plan for you. So it's taking the leaps of faith through the fear to start to look at some of these things. And if you do not take the opportunity when it is presented, then sometimes you are actually given no choice but to take the time out and to review and to reflect. And so this might manifest itself as an illness, an injury, having to look after someone else, so you cannot focus on the kind of limitation, your own limitations, something not going quite right, and sometimes we're just given these curveballs so that we do stop in our tracks. And I know that this happens because it has happened to me before, when I've just pushed and pushed ahead when actually I should be spending time reflecting and relaxing and resting and rejuvenating so that I'm in a better place to serve other people. But you will get taken out of that if it's not in alignment with what you need to do and what you need to look at. So start with the small things, but start by looking at these things. And to get yourself into that place, it's going to be letting go of things that aren't important at the moment, letting go of things that you cannot control, not doing things that are out of obligation to other people, and not feeling guilty about that, because this is, in the long term, is going to really benefit you, because it does take time. You're not going to suddenly be without all of these limiting beliefs and programming, because there may be things that you need to learn along the way. And so you will go through a process of shedding those layers of beliefs and limitations, and once they're gone, being presented with the next layer. And it's a never-ending process, so you're not going to get to the very bottom of it, but gradually, slowly, you will start to unsurface the real you, the essence of you, and then you will get the clarity that you need to move forward fearlessly and with confidence. And that is what I want for all of you. So I hope that that's given you a bit of help and insight into clearing limiting beliefs and programming. And if you do want to find out more about the work that I do, you can visit my website, stillcalm.co.uk. I will see you next time.